have a game, so let's see.
We do?
Armani up 1-0. The next map is going to be Heavy Rain, and we have SeleCT as the blue Terran spawning in the bottom position. And his opponent from Samsung Galaxy is going to be Armani in the top as the red Zerg. And now Wardy as a Terran player on Heavy Rain. What say
I'm not a
you?
Terran player, man.
You're not? You switched?
I play random now.
Oh!
So I guess
Almost the
that's
same
okay,
I am
okay.
playing. Almost the same I am playing.
Almost the same.
Almost
It's
the
been going
same.
quite well. I'm surprised how fast I've gotten to like diamond with everything. Because I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
play
nice.
for like 3 months because I had a crazy amount of time where
So,
I had to
this is...
organize.
wait a minute. I gotta break you off there. This was supposed to be my question. As a Terran player, what say you to proxy racks on this map? Because we have two SCVs moving out, and I kind of expected this to happen, because this map, if you take a look at the layout, is very good for defensive play, and Armani and Solar both have showed an affinity for swarm hosts in the previous matches, and I'm absolutely sure SeleCT knows this. And the last position he wants to get into on this map is playing versus a defensive swarm hosting Zerg player.
Yeah. I mean, proxies are always going to work on a map like this, but really he's putting it in the obvious location, and you know, Armani expected too. He's drone scouted here. Literally nothing could go worse.
This drone was supposed to build a hatchery, but instead it scouts the barracks. Drone pull.
You know what? If I was SeleCT, I'd just cancel these 2 barracks and just go to command center first.
Yeah, that would be a good response. No spawning pool is down yet. The mining is severely hampered right now for Armani.
He's pulling more SCVs,
And I mean, you will be playing from behind, no doubt about it in this situation, but look on the bright side. The hatchery's a little bit delayed from Armani. You know, it's not completely end of the world, but it's probably better.
Yeah, there are
to
no...
just cancel these, like...
Yeah, exactly. I have to agree with that. There are no more SCVs here trying to finish up these barracks, and these 2 that are coming in right now will be taken care of. There are just far too many drones here, and I don't know.
Just not gonna let it happen.
Man, you know what? SeleCT is just so stubborn here.
You know, even if this one barracks finishes, I'm not sure it'll actually matter. And look at that, one more SCV goes down. Yeah, there's the cancel on
There's
one.
the cancel, and
Does he finish Java? I mean, surely he has to cancel it too. I mean, he's trying to just get in there again with this SCV, and he will finish it.
64 out of 65. There it finishes.
But what's he gonna do? I mean, just lift up and come home, I guess. So, I mean, would it not have just been faster to cancel and just build a barracks at home? Like, I'm not sure how good this is.
The thing is, he did not take any gases behind this, so he cannot even follow up with the factory, so he'll have absolutely zero army units for the foreseeable future, unless he builds another barracks back home, or until such a point that he takes gases and mines, or this barracks lands back home. All 3 of these options are going to take at least 3 minutes. So what Armani can do here actually is just mass units and try to break the front.
Yeah, he can do. He could just be. Well, he doesn't have any gas though. Like,
no, he can just do this with mass slings, I think.
I mean, he could try, but I mean, with repair, like.
Yeah, repair is strong. That's true. Bendings would have been
The thing is, like with slow lanes, the problem is eventually he can just repair until he gets Marines out, and once the Marines are out, the slow lanes are actually useless. And do you really deny him too much time? I don't think so. I mean, the barracks is about to land now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I mean, these lings are here, and they will maybe force a repair for a little while. The most important thing is, though, he sees 2 more barracks, so he knows 3 barracks are on the map, and that means he can just stop.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this one supply depot being able to be repaired? I don't think so. It's being blocked by the... Oh, it is able to be repaired. Wow.
He's gonna get the...
He's gonna get it!
Is he gonna wall off, though? He's gonna get the wall off down.
Oh, man, that was so clutch.
Yeah, that was very close. But now Marines start coming out. This depot should not go down. There's the SCV pull. Just make sure that gets repaired, and but Marines should start hitting on these slings. And I mean, yes, SeleCT's behind. Of course he is. But...
I mean, he was. Look at the supplies. 44 to 25. He lost 1 supply depot, which kind of caused almost a supply block there. And he lost a little bit of mining time with those SCVs. He lost resources repairing those buildings. And behind this, I have a feeling that... wait a minute, we have a metabolic boost on the way. But Armani he might be actually trying to go for a third base. Yes, he is. And we may see a very quick lair with this. He's got double gas down. He's got 100 right now, but it's nothing to invest it into. Link speed is on the way, so I really expect a lair to come up right now.
I expect him to, go lair, but also get a fast bait in nest, because he knows there's 3 barracks out. He knows there's a potential for a big marine push quite quickly, as soon as stim finishes. So he needs to make sure not to, forget his, not to get his bait in nest for too long. So that's something that'll be on his mind here. And I mean, SeleCT right now. I mean, Armani knows everything. He's even seen the tech lab. Combat shields is on the way, so that's going to be SeleCT's plan here. Combat shields push with what, about 20 to 30 marines, and then just see what happens.
Yeah, double upgrades double upgrades are being given priority by Armani over any additional tech. This will be interesting. Okay, there's the layer.
We need to see a Bane in this, because even with Zerg needs speed, these marines are going to be nigh on untouchable unless he really trades extremely inefficient. Marines with combat shields against links with just speed, no upgrades, which is going to be the situation. Nothing's going to work in kind of Armani's favor apart from Banes, and there's the Bane nest coming down. There's 20 Zerglings as well. So, I mean, he's completely safe. He's not overdroning. There's nothing SeleCT can realistically do here as he just tries to produce a bunch more marines now. And
the thing is he going to try and bust that? Because that would be a lot.
I don't know.
Of banelings expanded on this wall.
I mean, he's got 1-1 on the way. He's got Lair on the way. He's just teching. He's just playing a normal game with a heavy advantage from the early game.
You know what's interesting? That SeleCT probably knows that the possibility of baneling bust is likely, so he actually opted to get combat shields before stim. Now this is a little bit of a peculiar situation for him, because the lair is done and baneling speed can be queued up at any point in time right now. And without the stim, SeleCT cannot split against those banelings if they get baning speed, and we have baning speed on the way, which will mean that SeleCT will not be able to put on any kind of pressure on Armani in the coming future.
SeleCT is going to know that is basically banking that his opponent didn't build a Bane nest, and that he's not built enough lings. And the thing is that none of that's going to be true. There's Berserker speed coming for a wraparound, and Bane's not even going to connect completely here. SeleCT is going to get demolished, and Armani will move across the map and just, see what you can do now. And I still don't think he'll bust, because he's got his Spire on the way. He can start his 2-2. But again, I mean, that's just another big victory, taking out so much of SeleCT's army for so little of his own. And I mean, he's just checking here again, and you can see SeleCT now has to bunker up in case a bust comes. But yeah, I highly doubt Armani will. Just backing off, Spire's on the way, halfway done now, and then Mutalisks will be coming out soon. Again, just creating even more advantages for himself throughout this game.
Armani can do pretty much anything at this point. I wouldn't actually be surprised if he does go for a huge baning attack. I'm talking like shooting up to 150 supplies with only lings and banelings. Because I mean, what is SeleCT going to do against that?
Yeah, nothing. He doesn't have the units to. I definitely think a 2-2 time is possible here. Basically he probably get close to maxed out in all honesty, because he's on 70 drones. And of course he can transition so well behind it. I mean, it's basically going to be one of them two things either. He's just going to max out an attack, or he's going to just start up an infestation pit and play a little bit slower and just start heading into Ultralisks. But there's a fourth hatchery coming down as a macro hatch, and we'll probably see a fourth base being taken himself very soon, because he's just going to continue making advantages. A few more banelings coming in, just keeping his injects going strong here. And I mean, our Samsung Galaxy players, our Samsung Galaxy Zergs here today, just looking unstoppable. As SeleCT moving out with Medivacs, and I mean, he can do what? He can clean up some creep.
I'd be careful about that if I were SeleCT. Look at the aggressiveness coming out of Armani, and he's splitting his banelings very well. SeleCT is forced to load up all of those units, and probably, well, nah, those Medivacs are they going to make it into the main base? The one of those probably won't.
This is game over. I mean, them Deepers should be busted down by the Baners, and the Mutas and Lings should just be able to kill off everything. I mean, the Mutas actually trade pretty badly here, but
oh my god.
Baners are here. They're going to take down the bunker. They're going to take down the majority of stuff. Some mines go off pretty nicely, but there's just so much Zerg, it doesn't matter.
And 7 more Mutas on the way, and are there any Marines left whatsoever? No, they're not. And these Mutalisks alone can finish this off. So GG called by SeleCT. And Armani.
Got our winners.